You have been told a story your entire lifetime, and it's the most famous story in science. In the beginning, there was nothing, and then suddenly there was everything. A singular point, an explosion. But what if the universe is lying to us? What if the story we all learned in school is impossible, and we were wrong? It explains the stars, it explains the galaxies, it even explains the static on your old TV sets. But there is a massive problem. A problem so big that even astrophysicists are starting to whisper the unthinkable. What if the Big Bang never actually happened? To understand why the theory is breaking, we first have to understand why we believed it in the first place, because the theory didn't just fell out of the sky. Almost 100 years ago, the famous Edwin Hubble, where Hubble Space Telescope is named after, realized that galaxies twice as far away are moving twice as fast. It is not that galaxies were flying through space like rockets. It was space itself that was stretching. So imagine drawing dots on a balloon and then inflate the balloon. It's not that the dots are moving, it's the space between them that is growing. So stick with me now. If space is stretching today, then yesterday it was smaller, and 1 billion years ago it was tiny. Now follow that logic all the way back. Inevitably you will hit a wall, a point where space, time and energy is crushed into an infinite point of density, and that point is called the singularity. For decades the math was perfect. The leftover heat matched our predictions exactly. It was an open and shut case. Until we start building better time machines. The James Webb Space Telescope. When it opened up its eyes, we expected to see baby galaxies. Small, messy blobs of gas just starting to get a little bit of form. But instead, we found monsters. Cosmic monsters. You see, we have a specific recipe for galaxy formation. You start with dark matter, and then you attract a lot of gas, and then it starts to cool down, it collapses, and then slowly starts to form stars. And this process takes a lot of time. For our human mind, it's incomprehensible that amount of time that it takes. But these galaxies found by Webb are sitting in a point of history like roughly 300 million years after the Big Bang. In cosmic terms, that's like 5 minutes after the starting gun. And yet they have the mass of billions of suns. It's mathematically impossible to gather that much gas so quickly. It's practically breaking the speed limit of gravity itself. It's like finding a fully built skyscraper 10 minutes after we invented concrete. It shouldn't be there. And this is what scientists call crisis in cosmology. And it gets worse, because we know the universe is expanding, but according to our own calculations, it's expanding at 2 different speeds. We have built a cosmic distance ladder to measure out the universe. We use pulsing stars to measure distances nearby and supernovae to measure further out. And this ladder tells us that the universe is expanding at a speed of 73 kilometers per second. And that's a pretty solid number. But when we measure the background radiation, the cosmic background radiation of our baby universe, it predicts that the expansion is going at a speed of 67 kilometers per second. And these numbers must match because they are describing the same universe. But they don't, and that should be impossible, unless we got our map completely wrong. Maybe the universe isn't expanding at all. Maybe light's just getting tired as it travels. Or maybe this wasn't the first Big Bang at all. Roger Penrose, a Nobel laureate, predicts a cyclic universe. So that our Big Bang was just the death of a previous universe. So that one day we will collapse and then just spark another one. It's like an eternal heartbeat. We actually thought that we solved the case, but looking through James Webb, we realized that the investigation has probably just begun. I want to know what you think. Was the universe a one-time accident, or are we stuck in an eternal loop? Let me know your theory in the comments down below. And if the Big Bang didn't start the universe, then maybe this did. Check out this video on the God Star theory. It might be the missing piece to the puzzle. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.